Good morning. Thank you for the opportunity to be here. And I've been very impressed with the spirit of the hearings and your patience and courtesy with a long and varied collection of testimonies. I'm Charles Simonson. I've been a pastor in the United Church of Christ for 42 years, serving recently about 5 churches here in Rhode Island as interim pastor. One of the real delights of ministry for me has been the opportunity to meet with couples before they get married and hear the story of how they met each other and came to the decision to commit to each other. Often those stories were surprising. People were surprised by the love that they found, sometimes overcoming tragedy and loss in prior relationships and being glad to have found another person to love. And I've seen this exact same story in my own family, with my 2 gay brothers, and with congregants who found someone of the same sex to love. I've seen that same love in those people, gay as well as straight. And it's that same love and same yearning to make a family and the same desire to support and cherish that I think is the most important thing to be seen and heard in the testimony. I identify myself primarily as a religious person here because you've heard very critical and I think unhappy theology pushed around this issue. And I don't believe our beliefs should really determine what is policy about civil marriage in Rhode Island. The testimony that I think is most powerful has been the testimony of people who loved each other and could not find a way to express that love in the covenant of marriage here in the state. And I was touched very powerfully by the 12-year-old talking about his own life. It seems to me the testimony that should have the most power for us are those persons who are citizens of this state, who are asking, in essence, for a redress of grievance, for the opportunity to share the rights and responsibilities that all of the citizens of Rhode Island have. I believe that our society is enriched and strengthened by commitments of lifelong loving, and that is the public interest in all of this. And I urge you to pass the legislation for equal marriage.
Thank you. Are there any questions or comments? Senator Metz.
Yes, I don't know if I can separate myself from my religion. I have my Bible. Before I get out the car and come in this building, there's several scriptures that I read. So I really can't cut myself in half. And for me, I don't believe that we can, I see it as people trying to move God out of his creation. I don't know how they can do that. And so when you get up here and over the years, because I've been 14 years in the House and now 8 years in the Senate, you had people trying to say that the Bible's outdated, is this, it does that, and all this here kind of things, and they try to trivialize it. And I understand what you said about loving your neighbor as yourself, but the first commandment was to love the Lord thy God with thy whole heart, mind, and soul. And then, and with that, it said, if you love me, in John 14:15, if you love me, you keep my commandments. And then, yes, all sin, we're all sinners. I know that. I know God loves the sinner and he hates the sin. And all sin, not labeling anybody, all sin's an abomination. But when it was mentioned by previous speakers that Jesus loved everybody, he's with the prostitutes, he was this, that, he was with all kinds of people, that I agree with. But when they brought the woman to him that was caught in the act. And he told the people he was without sin cast the first stone. After everybody left, he told the woman to go your way, go thy way, and sin no more. So as you was talking, those are some of the thoughts that came to me. But I do respect what you all had to say. But this is America. I have my opinion too. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other questions or comments? Good morning and welcome, Reverend.